Hello, and welcome to another second grade episode of Math Matters. I'm Mrs. Hale, and today we are going to learn about time and how it's used on a calendar. During today's lesson, you will be learning to do the following. I am learning to identify specific days and dates on a calendar, and I am learning to determine the day that is a specific number of days or weeks in the past or the future. You will have an opportunity to reflect on your learning at the end of this lesson. Also, as you are working today, you will have an opportunity to practice your Portrait of a Graduate goal-directed and resilient skills by not giving up when something is hard and by staying on task during our lesson time. Today, you might need a paper and a pencil. If you have a calendar in your house, you might want to ask someone if you can borrow it for our lesson today. You don't have to have one, but if you do, it will give you a real calendar to look at while we learn. I'll give you a minute to gather what you need. All right, come on back and we'll get started with our lesson today. We are going to play Which One Doesn't Belong? Your job is to look at the 4 images and decide which one does not belong and why. There are many reasons why each picture may not belong. I will show you the pictures and then give you some time to think. Ready? See if you came up with any of these reasons why one of the clocks may not belong. This clock does not belong because it is the only clock that does not have numbers on the clock face. The first clock does not belong because it is the only clock with a minute hand on the right side, pointing at 15 minutes. All of the other minute hands point to 45 minutes. The second clock doesn't belong because it does not have any minute markings between the numbers on the clock face. And the fourth clock doesn't belong because the hour hand is pointing down toward the 5. And on all of the other clocks, the hour hand is pointing up towards 1 or 2. Did you think of any other reasons why one of the clocks doesn't belong? Let's try another one. Which one doesn't belong? I will give you some time to think aloud. if you came up with any of these reasons why one of the pictures doesn't belong. The first picture doesn't belong because it is an analog clock and all of the others are digital clocks. The second picture doesn't belong because it is the only one that shows an AM or PM information. The third picture doesn't belong because it is showing time at the 8 o'clock hour, and all of the others show a time that is during the 9 o'clock hour. The fourth picture doesn't belong because the time shown is 9:32, and all of the other clocks show 31 minutes. This one shows 32 minutes. Did you think of any different ideas about why one doesn't belong? We use calendars to help us keep track of time. We can keep track of things that happened in the past and things that are coming in the future. Clocks help us keep track of shorter amounts of time, like minutes and hours. But calendars help us keep track of longer periods of time, like days, weeks, months, and even years. We are going to look at calendars today, and I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. Your job is to say what you are thinking out loud. You could write or draw things if that helps you, but I really want you to say what you are thinking aloud today. This is a whole year calendar. How many months are there in a year? There are 12 months in a year. Can you name the months of the year? Say the names of the months of the year with me, starting in January. We've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Maybe you even know a song that you could sing that helps you remember the names of the months of the year. What is the name of the month that we are in now? This is the month that we are in now. It's May. This is a blank monthly calendar. It's missing some important information though. What parts are missing from this calendar? It's missing important parts like the name of the month, days of the week, the date of each day, and any special days that happen during this month. Where do you usually find the name of the month on a calendar? The name of the month usually goes on top in big letters. What's the name of this month again? May. That's right. Okay, so now our calendar has the name of the month, May. What part do we need to add next? If you said days of the week, you are right. Where do you usually find the days of the week on a calendar? Days of the week are usually on the top row. Rows go left to right across the page. How many days of the week are there? There are 7 days in a week. Do you know the name of all 7 days of the week? Just checking. Are you saying your answers to my questions out loud? I hope so. We need to put the days of the week in order. Can you say the days of the week beginning with Sunday, and I'll show you the words in the right order. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so now we have the month and the days of the week on our calendar. What else should be on our calendar? If you said the date of each day, then you're right. How do we know where the dates start? In order to know where the dates for May start, we have to look at the month that ended just before May and see what the last day of that month was. The month before May is April. So we look at April and we can find where the first day of May will be. What day of the week was the last day of April? Say it out loud. The last day of April was April 30th, which is a Thursday. So the first day of May is going to be on what day? If you said Friday, you are right. April ends on Thursday, and the next day begins May. So May 1st will be on Friday. All right, now we have the dates on the calendar for May. Let's see if you can answer some of my calendar questions. If you have a May calendar at home, you can use that to help you. What day of the week is the first day of May? May 1st is on a Friday. How many days are there in May? There are 31 days in the month of May. Which day of the week is the last day of May on? May 31st is the last day of May, and that falls on a Sunday. Which day of the week will be June 1st? June 1st will be on a Monday because May ends on Sunday, so Monday is the next day, June 1st. How many Thursdays are there in the month of May? What are the dates of the Thursdays in May? So there are 4 Thursdays in the month of May. Thursday, May 7th, May 14th, May 21st, and May 28th. There are some days of the week that occur more than 4 times in May. Which days of the week occur or happen more than 4 times in the month of May? Friday, Saturday, and Sundays each happen 5 times in May. How did you do? Are you still saying answers out loud with me? Counting weeks. How many weeks are there in May? Remember, a week has 7 days. There are 4 full weeks in May and 3 more days. There are a few ways that we can see this. You can count weeks from Sunday to Saturday like this. Each week is a different color, and there are 3 days that are not full weeks, May 1st, May 2nd, and May 31st, which makes 4 full weeks and 3 more days. Or you could count weeks beginning on Friday, May 1st through Thursday, May 7th. There are still 7 days in each week. The weeks just begin on Friday and end on Thursday. Each week is still in a different color. You can still see 4 full weeks and 3 additional days in May. This time, those 3 days, extra days, are May 29th, May 30th, and May 31st. So, how many weeks are there in May? There are 4 full weeks in May. Let's do some more practice with weeks. If today is May 12th, what was the date 1 week ago? Ago means in the past. What was the date 1 week in the past? One week ago was May 5th. How did you do? How did you figure it out? You could count back 7 days from the 12th and say 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th. Or you could look at the date right above the 12th because that was 1 week before it. Let's try another one. If today is May 12th, what will be the date 2 weeks from today? 2 weeks from today is in the future. It has not happened yet. Find the date 2 weeks in the future. May 26th is the date 2 weeks from today. You could have counted forward 7 days, the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, which is 1 week, and then 7 more days, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. Maybe you knew that 2 weeks is the same as 14 days, and you could count all 14 days at once. Or maybe you noticed that 1 week away is the date just below today on the calendar. So 2 weeks away will be 2 rows down on the calendar, May 26th. We still need to add special days in May to our calendar. Mother's Day and Memorial Day are two special days in May. What is the date of Mother's Day? Mother's Day is May 10th. What day of the week do we celebrate Mother's Day? We celebrated Mother's Day on a Sunday. If today is May 12th, how many days ago was Mother's Day? Mother's Day was 2 days ago. What is the date of Memorial Day? Memorial Day is May 25th. What day of the week do we celebrate Memorial Day? We will celebrate Memorial Day on a Monday. How many days are there between Mother's Day and Memorial Day? There are 14 days between Mother's Day and Memorial Day. How many days are there from Memorial Day to the end of the month? There are 6 days from Memorial Day to the end of the month. May 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. That's 6 days. Let's try some calendar investigation using the month of June. This June calendar already has all of the important parts. Your job is to use what you know to answer the questions. If you have a calendar at home that shows the month of June, you can use that to help you. If not, you might just have to move a little closer to count days and weeks that go with the questions. What is the date of the last day of school? June 12th is the last day of school. What is the date of the third Tuesday in June? The first Tuesday in June is the 2nd. The second Tuesday in June is the 9th, so the third Tuesday in June is June 16th. How many days after Flag Day do we celebrate Father's Day? Father's Day is 7 days after Flag Day, or 1 week. What is the date 3 weeks before June 30th? Three weeks before June 30th is June 9th. What is the date 2 weeks from June 6th? Remember, that's in the future. So 2 weeks after June 6th. That will be June 20th. How many Wednesdays are there in the month of June? There are 4 Wednesdays in the month of June. You can make up your own calendar questions too. You could ask someone at home some calendar questions and work it out together. Now let's reflect on your learning. How did you do today, working towards our learning goals? Thumbs up, I got it. Thumbs in the middle, I'm still practicing. Or thumbs down, I need some help. I am learning to identify specific days and dates on a calendar. How did you do? I am learning to determine the day that is a specific number of days or weeks in the past or future. How did you do? In today's episode of Math Matters, we learned about how a calendar captures the passage of time. Try to use a calendar as you plan for and talk about events in the future. I'm Mrs. Hale. I hope you have a great day and keep on counting.